The Bison Basketball Show with NDSU head coaches Dave Richmond and Jory Collins. The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life and Pepsi.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Bison Basketball Show. I'm Sam Neidermann, joined by WDAY's Sam Goetzinger. Great to have Sam here with us. He's in for Coach Richmond and Coach Collins due to some technical difficulties. Sam, it's great to be on the air with you.
Appreciate it. Long-time
for the first
viewer,
time.
Long-time viewer, first-time guest. Big shoes to fill, but I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait, my friend. A little Sam and Sam here for you tonight. We're breaking down the Bison women and the Bison men as we get into Summit League play. Let's start with the women, Sam. This has been a terrific start here, basically since the end of December for Jory Collins' group. They've won 5 in a row now. They're undefeated in conference. What's impressed you the most about NDSU's women's team?
Well, they're getting it done in multiple ways. They're weathering the storms. When the goods are good, the bads can be a little bit down there, but they're weathering the storm. They're getting it done inside, near the basket. 3-point shooting has been really good. 5-game win streak is nothing to turn your head about. That's impressive stuff. So it's been cool to see them as they start this Summit League Conference play.
Well, it was a 4-0 weekend for both the Bison women and men in Summit League play. Let's dig into the highlights, starting with the women at home against Denver. Jory Collins and his crew trying to defend the Shack once again, taking on the Pioneers. A rematch of the Summit League quarterfinals in last year's postseason tournament. Pick things up early first quarter. Bison by 5. Abby Kraswinski knocks down the 3. Nice touch from the outside. Take another look, and it's 10-2 NDSU at home. Gotta love it with AK from the outside. Bison by 4 later first quarter. Denver would have their fair share of made baskets too. They get within 5 on that 3-pointer. Then Jones with a spinning bucket down on the block. That made it a 2-point game. Later in the first half, Bison leading 18-10. Transition basket for Abby Draper. And then with the Bison up by 12, Abby Schulte to the basket. Sam, she set the all-time career games played record this past weekend for NDSU with 132. The senior getting it done on both ends of the floor.
What she did against Denver was really impressive. She started the game in a different gear, and that never let up. And like you mentioned, she was drawing charges. She was getting to the basket and scoring buckets, setting up her teammates. It was really impressive to set that career mark.
And then there's Avery Coonan with the and one basket on the inside. Later in the second half, Bison up by 20. A turnover trying to get out of the backcourt. Denver converts. They get the layup. 16-point lead for the Bison later in the third. Denver knocks down a jump shot, and they're within 14. 5 minutes to go in the third, though. Avery Coonan would start to take over. How about the sophomore Montevideo, Minnesota native, taking it to the hoop with the left hand. Hoop and the harm once again for Coonan. Under 5 to go in the third quarter. Marissa Frost, Sam, she's been absolutely phenomenal, the true freshman.
And this was a game where not all the freshmen, they didn't play their best coming off of a great game against St. Thomas, but what Marissa Frost has done late in games, whether it's make buckets like you just saw a little bit ago or make free throws, has been really impressive. That is huge for Coach Collins' squad.
15-point lead for the Bison, 6 minutes to play in the fourth. We talked about her earlier. There she is, Abby Schulte with the layup. And then back inside, Avery Coonan could not be stopped down low in the post. She extends the NDSU advantage. The final seconds would run down 69-59. The final score as Jory Collins and the Bison get the victory. Take a look at the final stats. Avery Coonan, 14 points, 7 rebounds to lead the Bison. Abby Draper added 12 and 8. Bison never trailed in this game, Sam, and they're certainly happy with their post-presence duo with Draper and Coonan down on the block.
Absolutely. There's a couple of things that I take away from this game. 27 points in the second quarter. Pretty solid. This was a game of runs for both sides, and Coach Collins, if you're watching the game, he said it. Second half was not great. Denver brought full court pressure, and the urgency, like he told us, just wasn't quite there. So he wanted to see that get a little bit better. But, hey, to get a 10-point win anytime against Summit League team, you'll definitely take that. Jones had 23. Their defense, though, for NDSU was great. She had 23. Everybody else was held under 9. So some positives to take away out of that game.
One game down, one more to go for the Bison women. We're going to dig into it when we come back. NDSU and ORU. Bison hosting Oral Roberts in a Saturday thriller. Highlights coming up next.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Did you know the HPV vaccine, which prevents certain cancers, is older than the iPhone? Boost your confidence and your immunity. Get vaccinated. A healthy dose of information.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative. PetroServe USA, helping America fuel better. USA. Call today.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Shields.com has everything.
Except the Ferris wheel.
Okay, it can't be done.
Shields.com still offers everything else the store does.
Yeah, like selection.
Premium brands.
More colors, sizes, and styles.
Easy in-store pickup.
Or fast, reliable shipping, vroom, right to your door.
Plus the Shields guarantee.
Shields.com has everything.
Shields.com really does have everything. Except the Ferris wheel.
Shields.com. Everything but the Ferris wheel.
Can I get in on that?
Did you know RSV can be dangerous for infants and some young children? Boost your knowledge and your child's immunity. Get vaccinated. A healthy dose of information.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann, Sam Goetzinger in for Coach Jory Collins and Dave Richmond here tonight. Let's dig into more of our highlights for the Bison women. They were back at home inside the Shields Center, and we talked about Denver being a rematch of the Summit League quarterfinals. So this is a rematch of last season's Summit League semis. NDSU, Oral Roberts underway. Bison found themselves in an 8-0 hole, but say no more. Molly Lenz knocks down not one, but 2 corner threes, and NDSU was able to overcome a little bit of a slow start, Sam.
One thing that Coach Collins told me before this game, he hoped that Molly Lenz would pull the trigger a little bit more, and she did that in this game. Not all of them fell, but good to see her get the confidence to put a couple more shots up.
Yeah, NDSU was down in this first quarter, trailing by 7, but now it's 4. A knockdown 3 by Abby Kraswinski, and that makes it a 4-point game after the first frame. Pick things up in the second quarter. Avery Coonan inside, hoop in the harm once again. It's deja vu all over again for number 22 in green and gold. She's going to the line for the 3-point play. Bison have taken the lead at this point, but Oral Roberts got a lot of skill. They were right in this game back in Sioux Falls last March. They were in it here in Fargo. Oglesby with a couple of baskets, but then our Gate City Bank play of the game in the third quarter. Bison down by 7. Avery Coonan with the steal. Lets it develop in the half court, and Marissa Frost to the basket here, Sam.
That's defense turning into offense, and like we said earlier in the show, Marissa Frost, just the poise from a freshman to step in, make a play like that, drive to the rack, and get the bucket. Super impressive with what she's been doing this season.
The freshman is able to pull NDSU within 5. This game would come down to the final frame. Still late in the third quarter, Frost knocked down 3. Bison within 5 going into the fourth. It was 56-51, but it would be NDSU takeover time. It starts down low. Avery Coonan picks up the missed shot, puts it in for the and 1. Bison within 2, 7:08 to play. Then Bison trailing by 3. Coonan again. She'll put it in off the glass. Tied at 62. She scores down low to give NDSU the lead, and they would not look back from here with less than 4 minutes to go. 1:50 remaining. Abby Schulte, the icing on the cake. Sam, the Bison outscored Oral Roberts 28-13 in this fourth quarter.
28 points in the fourth quarter. That's, again, also really impressive. And off of the backs of Avery Coonan, who displayed her physicality down low. That's something that she worked on throughout the offseason coming into this year. Made a couple of big-time baskets, and I can tell you from being in the shack that day, there was hearts beating when they were making that comeback, and it was fun watching that game. And that's a big-time 10-point win. And to hold Oral Roberts to 69 points, team that's averaging close to 90 on the season, you'll take that any day of the week.
Bison sweep the home weekend, a career-high 22 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for Avery Coonan. Marissa Frost had 15. Molly Lenz finishes with 10. And as we mentioned earlier in the program, Abby Schulte sets the Bison all-time career games played record with 132. She passes up Emily Dietz, who had that previous mark in NDSU history. All right, after the game, Sam had a chance to catch up with our Nodak Insurance player of the game, Avery Coonan.
Avery, this one felt like a playoff game today, didn't it? What do you think of the win?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big game. We knew coming into it, but I was just super proud of how our team responded. You know, after being down quite a bit in the second half, and we came back and fought and got the dub.
I asked Jory, I'll ask you, what was the difference, especially in that fourth quarter, to really buckle down?
Yeah, I think we just really locked down on defense, got a couple stops, and we rebounded really well, and we're finishing our shots on the offensive end, which definitely helps.
22 and 10, what was working for you today?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just played with a lot of confidence, and my teammates did a good job finding me as well, and when you play with confidence, it's kind of hard to stop.
Thanks, Avery. Yeah. Congratulations.
A very confident Avery Coonan with our Sam Goetzinger. Sam, you heard the conversation there. What have you seen from her emerging as a big star and leading presence for NDSU?
Well, I think one thing that Coach Jory Collins has told us over the last couple of weeks, she's had, great season all around with big numbers, but there's been games where it's been 14.6 rebounds and there's been a little bit left in the tank. And then to see her go off for 22 and 10, I think we can expect that more throughout the year. She seems very confident down low, and like we said earlier, the physicality has gotten more prominent as we go through Summit League play. So she's been really impressive to watch, and I know the Bison are looking for maybe that go-to offensive player. She may just be it.
Yeah, Avery Coonan, our Nodak Insurance Company player of the game. All right, much more to come here on the Bison Basketball Show. We're with you talking about the Bison men coming up next. They were on the road for their 2 Summit League games. There's a lot of offense in this one. You're going to see Bison and Oral Roberts coming up next.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Did you know the HPV vaccine, which prevents certain cancers, is older than the iPhone? Boost your confidence and your immunity. Get vaccinated. A healthy dose of information.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America feel better. USA. Call today.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Did you know RSV can be dangerous for infants and some young children? Boost your knowledge and your child's immunity. Get vaccinated. A healthy dose of information.
Welcome back out in. It is the Bison Basketball Show. I'm Sam Neidermann, along with WDAY's Sam Goetzinger, in for Coach Richmond and Coach Collins tonight due to some technical difficulties. Appreciate you being here. Let's talk a little bit about the Bison men here, Sam.
Yeah.
They were looking to bounce back. Lost a couple at home to start conference play against St. Thomas and Omaha. They have to go on the road to Oral Roberts in Denver. And Dave Richmond's ball club certainly exhibited a big-time response.
Absolutely. I talked to some of the guys about the first two games of conference play, and I asked them, hey, is that an eye-opener? And yeah, a little bit. Going from non-conference play to conference play, there's definitely a difference. These teams in the Summit League, it doesn't matter how good you did during the non-conference play. That's all out the window. So these teams are going to give you everything. Great to see them get a bounce back after a couple of tough losses.
Well, they definitely had plenty of baskets in this one that we're about to watch. NDSU and Oral Roberts in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You're about to watch the most points ever scored by a Bison men's basketball team in Summit League action. Start things in the first half. James Miller knocks down a three, 17-10. 17-13, Brennan Watkins knocks down a three, 20-13. And then later in the first half, Jackson Money cans a three. They call them the bombs away Bison, Sam. Can you believe how good this team is from the outside?
Just unreal. And you see Money there, too. It starts with him almost every time down the floor. He has the ball in his hands. So calm. And the ball movement that NDSU puts together, these aren't horrible shots that they're chucking up all the time. They're open shots, and it's more than just pull up from beyond half court and shoot. It's been really fun to watch this year.
No doubt about it. NDSU, number 2 in the country, three-point shooting percentage, most total made threes in the nation. This guy's a big reason why. Masen Miller leading the Summit League right now in total three-pointers of 49. He knocks one down. In the second half we go. Bison are up by 13. Jakari White inside for Jackson Money. Knocks down the little baseline floater. NDSU up 60-47. Then Masen Miller drills the three from the left wing. He would finish with 5 in this game, a career-high 22 points. 14 minutes to go. Oral Roberts has got a star. Isaac McBride had a big game in this one, and we talked with Coach Richmond about it afterwards. He wants to tighten up the defense a little bit because not only did the Bison score, so did Oral Roberts. A big dunk by Noah Feddersen, and then in transition, our assist of the game presented by Jason Bedford with Ameriprise Financials. A nice job by the lob there from Money to Feddersen for the basket. Then 12 minutes to go. Bison lead by 12. Brennan Watkins knocks down the three, and the Bison are up 85-70. McBride had a big game for the Golden Eagles. He would finish with 44. He knocks down a tough three-pointer there, and that would kind of keep them in this game, Sam, but the Bison offense was just too much.
It's not too often that you give up 96 points and still win the game by a hefty margin. So you got to give props to NDSU's ability to shoot the ball. They were 50% from three, but you're exactly right. The defense is something that they want to tighten up after this game. And, you know, you get shootouts throughout the season, especially against Oral Roberts because they're making shots like that. But you'll get that. And to be able to pull away with a commanding win, hey, hats off to them. 110 points. That's awesome.
110-96, most points ever scored against a D1 opponent for NDSU in regulation. Jackson Money almost had a triple-double, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Noah Feddersen also had a career high, 21 points, 8 of 9 from the floor. And you see there, NDSU, another 15-made three-pointer night in the ball game. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by Ameriprise Financial Services. Teamwork triumphs. Celebrate the best assist of the game with Jason Bedford of Legacy Financial Partners. Let Jason Bedford assist you in working towards your financial goals because great teamwork leads to great outcomes. We referenced it moments ago here, Sam. A little bit of a sloppy press break for the Bison. They're able to get the ball back, and then ultimately Jackson Money finds Noah Feddersen. Money leading the conference in assists right now.
Hey, how good is that for NDSU to have a big man And it's no surprise if he goes off for 8 assists in a night. That is such a luxury for Coach Richmond and his squad, his ability to look over the defense, and he's creative with his passes, his touch. It's always on point, and it helps when you have guys like Feddersen who can finish it off.
No doubt about it. Let's dig into the second game of the weekend for NDSU. Bison men at Denver looking for the road sweep. Denver beat the Bison in 2 regular season games last year. Chance for some redemption. Starting things off early, Noah Feddersen knocks down the triple. 3-0 Bison, and then Feddersen down on the block. Outside of Luke Kasubke, who got the start of this game. They call him Pops. He's the veteran of the team. Got some pop from the outside, Sam. It's 8-2.
I like switching up the lineup a little bit. Get a new look in the middle of the season, and that was the low to high, getting an open shot, and Kasubke able to knock it down. Had a birthday the other day.
Yes, he did. Pretty fun to see him celebrate. Jackson Modi knocks down a 3. NDSU up 18-4. We talked about giving up a lot of points against Oral Roberts. There was an 8-minute scoreless stretch for Denver in this game. Sam, NDSU certainly adjusts on that end of the floor.
Yeah, you got to get it done however the game flows in that direction. In this direction, it was all defense. Now, if they can take this defensive performance and pair that with the offensive performance from ORU, they're going to continue to be dangerous down the stretch.
Early second half, Noah Feddersen starts the second half the way he began the first, with a 3 in the corner, 40-25. Then inside out once again, Moni knocks down the 3. Bison up by 18 once again. Coach Richmond described this one as maybe not the most outstanding offensive night for the Bison, but they were able to get it done. James Miller had 13 points and 8 rebounds off the bench. He drives in for a layup there. Less than 12 minutes to play. Brennan Watkins outside for Jakari White. And Jakari drives in, is able to get the right-hand runner to go. Bison up by 15 once again. Pick things up with less than 4 minutes to go. Bison by 14. Masen Miller, that's his specialty. It was his birthday the day after this game. A little early birthday present, knocking it down from downtown. And then Noah Feddersen would put the finishing touches on this one, Sam. A dunk here. You're about to see a 3-pointer. He had 14 and 9 in the game. The Bison big man starting to find his groove.
Just a great weekend for him. He shot perfect from beyond the arc. His shooting percentages over the last couple of weeks have been fantastic for NDSU. And you got the Twin Towers down there with Moni and Feddersen. They're able to get it done. And Moni's ability to feed Feddersen, like you saw there. 14 and 9 for Noah. That's great to complement the rest of the group. And I got to give a hats off compliment to Javis Miller coming off of the bench. 13 and 8 for him. Had a big game against ORU as well. He's the 6th man off the bench. He's the foundation for NDSU, and it's not just the 5 starters who can score the ball. It's everybody that comes in off the bench and gives those starters that breather, and Javis is one of them. He had a fantastic weekend, and that's exactly what NDSU needs.
69-50, the final score. We're going to take one last time out here on the Bison Basketball Show. When we return, Sam's Olaf Anderson feature. Catching up with one of the birthday boys, Masen Miller. We'll have it on the other side.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. ATM fee refunds and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Shields.com has everything.
Except the Ferris wheel.
Okay, it can't be done.
Shields.com still offers everything else the store does.
Yeah, like selection.
Premium brands.
More colors, sizes, and styles.
Easy in-store pickup.
Or fast, reliable shipping, vroom, right to your door.
Plus the Shields guarantee.
Shields.com has everything.
Shields.com really does have everything. Except the Ferris wheel.
Shields.com. Everything but the Ferris wheel.
Can I get in on that?
Hey, grab me one too.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Life is full of beautiful moments. Adventure, fun, excitement, and sometimes the unexpected can happen. With Nodak Insurance, you can keep doing what you do. Use our technology to file claims quickly online, on your phone, or lean on our award-winning service team, so you can get back to what matters. Living life uninterrupted. Nodak Insurance. Agents with answers.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann, Sam Goetzinger in for Coach Collins and Coach Richmond due to technical difficulties. Wrapping things up with our Olaf Anderson feature. Nobody better than Sam to have it here with us, for us. We're going to take a look at his conversation with Masen Miller.
The Bison men's basketball team took to the transfer portal in the offseason to find 5 guys who could step in and make an impact for the green and gold. One of the new additions, a sharpshooter from Indiana State, Masen Miller.
The transfer portal is pretty hectic, but I had a relationship coming out of high school with Coach Richmond and out of the portal the first time. So there's kind of a comfortability there. And once I came on my visit, I kind of clicked with the guys, went through the system. I liked how I fit in the system and just felt like home.
As he has an elite skill set and how he shoots the basketball, but his toughness, his understanding of the game, the impact that he has from a defensive standpoint, and it's through the roof. And as a head coach, you play with you trust. And, I know myself and our staff and this team, we just really, really trust Masen Miller.
Originally from Iowa City, Masen isn't the only stud athlete on campus from the Hawkeye State.
I know he can throw it, but he can hoop too. Cam's a great guy. We laughed about it. We kind of went head-to-head back in the day. He played for Solon, which is a rival, more in football, but we played each other in basketball probably 3 or 4 times in my career, and it was always a battle. I think we might be even, 2-2, or I'm not sure actually what the record is, but yeah, he's a great dude. Obviously a physical guy playing football. He shoots it better than you'd expect, and so I'm just a good basketball player too, great athlete.
Like Cam, the Bison can shoot the ball, and Masen has been a big part of the run-and-gun style of play for NDSU.
It's incredibly fun. Obviously, we have a great group of guys, too, which always makes it better, and we share the ball. We play well together. It's a great time.
It's really been a mastermind combination of Masen and Coach Strachey kind of putting this thing all together, and then us having the parts to execute it, the guys having the willingness to execute it. And Masen certainly had a good pulse. We're doing a lot of things he did last year at Indiana State, and that's helped us and him get a jump start on this.
There you go. Masen Miller celebrated his birthday last Sunday. And Sam, you just put together a wonderful feature there. I'm sure it's been fun to cover him and get to know his story.
Great player, great guy. It's sad that it's only 1 year with him, but that's the nature of how college athletics are going. And I got to say, you saw the clips of Cam Miller in there. I watched his high school clips. Guy's a baller. He can shoot. That was cool to see.
That was a good nugget there, seeing that highlight. Well, that's going to do it for us. Sam Goetzinger joining us. Appreciate it, Sam. Always
Absolutely.
A pleasure, and look forward to seeing you back on the sidelines, courtside in the next Shack home game.
Absolutely. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much for joining us. That'll do it for us. We'll have Coach Richmond and Coach Collins back next week. For Sam Goetzinger and our entire crew, I'm Sam Neidermann. Have a great night, and go Bison.
The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.